Hello sir, my name is Agus Vicentius. I'm from Management Department. In this presentation, I want to talk about Industry 5.0. Top things you need to know about Industry 5.0. Ready or not, Industry 5.0 is here. While many manufacturers are still busy developing methods for interconnecting new technologies to improve efficiency and productivity, the guiding principle behind Industry 4.0, the next phase of industrialization, is already upon us. But Industry 5.0 is not akin to spinal tap's Nagel definitely explaining that his guitar amplifier is louder than standard models because this one goes to 11. To grasp the full picture of Industry 5.0 and its implication, one must first understand how the initiative is defined. What is Industry 5.0? The term Industry 5.0 refers to people working alongside robots and smart machines. It's about robots helping humans work better and faster by leveraging advanced technologies like the Internet of Things, IoT, and big data. It adds a personal human touch to the Industry 4.0 pillars of automation and efficiency. In manufacturing environments, robots have historically performed dangerous, monotonous, or physically demanding work, such as welding and painting in car factories and loading and unloading heavy materials in warehouses. As machines in the workplace get smarter and more connected, Industry 5.0 is aimed to at merging those cognitive computing capabilities with human intelligence and resourcefulness in collaborative operation. The pairing of human and machine workers opens the door to countless opportunities in manufacturing. And since the use cases of Industry 5.0 are still in their relative infancy, manufacturers should be actively strategizing ways to integrate human and machine workers in order to maximize the unique benefits that can be reaped as the movement continues to evolve. Essential facts about Industry 5.0. To be prepared for Industry 5.0 and its impacts, there are three key elements of the initiative that you must be understand. Industry 5.0 is aimed at supporting, not superseding humans. Don't mistake the upsurge in robotics as an opportunity to eliminate headcount and replace workers who perform repetitive tasks on assembly lines. Manufacturers who understand the value of human intuition and problem-solving capabilities are positioning themselves to thrive. Even Tesla CEO Elon Musk admit that excessive automation at his company was a mistake, tweeting that humans are underrated. While robots are much more consistent than humans and better at precision work, they're inflexible and incapable of the ability and critical thinking that define us as humans. Working together with people, robots can fulfill their design purpose of providing assistance and making our lives better. Universal Robots uses the term cobots for collaborative robots to emphasize the importance of people in robotic technology. Industry 5.0 is about finding the optimal balance of efficiency and productivity. Industry 5.0 takes such efficiency and productivity a step further. It's about refining the collaborative interactions between humans and machines. KUKA one of the world's leading suppliers of intelligent automation solutions, is finding that diverse business sectors, from the automotive industry to timber construction companies, are benefiting from the principles and products engendered by Industry 5.0, but their gains have not been achieved without some initial hesitation. Rogers Corporation, a manufacturer of specialty materials used in consumer and electronic products, is another company that evangelizes the upsides of Industry 5.0. The manufacturer reports its capacity to dramatically improve efficiency by integrating robots into its manufacturing processes. Using the system, it's possible for a worker to complete several tasks at one time via robots, and if the camera notes any visual disturbances, the worker is notified so correction can be made. The progress of Industry 5.0 is unavoidable. Once you've used technology to make a process more efficient, there's no point in reverting to the old way of doing things. It's why we use computers with word processing software instead of typewriters. Similarly, Industry 5.0 is the manufacturing world's event horizon. Given the efficiencies that can be gained, we're well past the point of going back. Recognizing that Europe trails the United States and China in advancing technologies such as artificial intelligence or AI, the European Union, or EU, consultative body has called for acceleration of AI and robotics development in the region. While Industry 5.0 headway can't be stalled, there are still essential questions and ramifications that must be addressed by manufacturers and policymakers. Excessive automation, for instance, is an issue about which the authors of a research paper recently published in Omics have expressed concerns, and their apprehensions appear to mirror the attitude shifts of innovators like Musk, whose once aggressive approaches to automation have since toned down. Engaging with this and many other challenges and opportunities, Industry 5.0 invariably will require planning and preparation commensurate with its manufacturer's needs and expected outcomes. It's not a question of whether a manufacturer can benefit from its personal working alongside robots, but how they can be best leverage new technologies to drive optimal outcomes from human or machine interaction. What will real personalization look like in Industry 5.0? Well, for example, the medical profession is working towards an artificial pancreas, and it's not quite there yet. Type 1 diabetes sufferers are issued with a device that draws blood and measures sugar levels in your blood. The device talks to another device which then delivers insulin into your blood. It kinds of works, but it's a one-size-fits-all, and the medical professional does its very best to try and tweak the control system for the individual. Type 1 diabetes is very hard to control because we all have different metabolic rates and we're all different sizes with different skin thicknesses, behaviors, lifestyle, and so on. If you move to Industry 5.0, it enables you to give individuals an app that follows their lifestyle and routine and produces a manufacturing process for diabetes control, and ultimately a smaller, more discreet and robust device that's tailor-made for the individual. Industry 5.0 takes the concept of personalization to the next level. So, for diabetes sufferers, the ability to manufacture an Industry 5.0 process will be completely life-changing for them. The technologies deployed are artificial intelligence techniques that basically understand and work out how your body is going to react to the device itself, and then take measurements from the field and learn how the body has reacted. They feed that into the manufacturing process to make the best artificial pancreas there is for that particular individual. What will Industry 5.0 do for human workers? As you go from Industry 4.0 to Industry 5.0, you create higher value jobs than before because you're giving the freedom of design responsibility back to the human. A recent study from Megit shows the workspace doesn't become smaller in terms of a manufacturing cell around the human being. It actually becomes bigger. The human being has more responsibility and you end up with a bigger, lighter environment that's safer than the previous one. The operative within the manufacturing cell starts to become more involved in the design process rather than the manufacturing process, which is more or less automated. It allows freedom of design to work with you and enables products that are more bespoke and personal. How will Industry 5.0 bring human closer to the design process of manufacturing? Industry 5.0 will give us the ability to close the loop so we can push to the boundaries of physics and design. If you are trying to make the next generation aircraft, for example, you're constrained by today's manufacturing capabilities. You're also constrained by the amount of data that you have coming back from the in-field service of an aero engine or aircraft, and your ability to feed that in-service data back into the design process. With Industry 5.0, you'll be able to automate the manufacturing process better, which means you'll have real-time data coming in from the field. In the last 10 years, Rolls-Royce business model has flipped from selling engines to driving 50% of its revenue from services. They can do that because they understand the design of failure of that engine. They know what the quality process is of that engine and they know how they want that engine to perform. Wherever a Rolls-Royce or GE engine is in the world, they know how fast it is, how hot is it, its altitude, and where it is in its performance life cycle compared to where it's supposed to be as per its design capability. You take that to the next stage and you have true seamless data between the field, the manufacturing process, and the design. You're taking humans out of the manufacturing room, but they will be more involved in how the product is being used and how it can be designed because they have more information. Flipping the aero and automotive industries from a fossil fuel world to an electrical world, for example, is going to be a significant design challenge, and it will be much easier for humans to solve if the mundane tasks are being dealt with by AI techniques and robots. Will the UK lead the fifth industrial revolution? A recent report by Jorgen Mayer found the UK's manufacturing sector could unlock 455 billion euro over the next decade if it cracks Industry 4.0, with probably 175,000 highly skilled jobs to go along with it. That requires leadership and intervention from the government. We have the best research in this area in the world, but other countries have clear positions from their governments on intervention to make it happen. I think the good news is that the government has realized this is an area worth investing in. But the needle needs to move a little bit to take the brilliant research out of the universities and into the industry. With a small amount of intervention and some leadership, we may not have been leader in the fourth industrial revolution in this country, but I'm pretty certain we could be absolutely the leading front on the fifth industrial revolution. That's all from me, sir. Thank you.